Alright guys, so we're back. So let's continue. I used the fairy as a, as a light bulb. I didn't think about that sooner, but oh well. I'm gonna get a Degus stick, because without it we won't be able to open the door. Yeah, we have two here, huh? There you go. Basically now, we just have to use the torch in the center. Light up the rest of the torches. There we go. And of course, each time you turn one on, your Degus stick has a longer, it'll stay on longer, but you know. Alright. This right here can be a real pain. If you fall down, you don't die, but there are a couple of holes, as you can see from here. If you fall down, you'll get into different places of this temple. It'll just be a longer trip to come back, so just try not to fall down. These guys are gonna try and knock you out, so... Oh, I didn't get him. Great. And another thing that I don't think I said about the flying with those flowers is that if you stay perfectly still, even if you're slowly descending, your flowers won't break. So, like if you're trying to wait on something, you wait patiently and you won't fall down unless you push the action button. So we made it, and it's the night of the first day. Alrighty. So now that we're on the second floor, let's make sure we push this switch. We can't press it down with the weight of the Deku Scrub because he's too light to push it down. Now we have ladders that will take us to the second level, so it won't matter if we drop down and get some stuff downstairs. So yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna get over here in this room. Here we have some hearts. Here we're gonna get another battle with this lizard, but this time they throw fire. He's kind of like a pain. He's kind of fast, so you can use a thrust or try and jump him, but that's gonna be a lot more difficult unless you use a Deku stick. Since our sword is kind of short. Okay. Whoa. Well, I guess a thrust attack is the most appropriate at the moment. Whoop. Oh man. Yeah, I hit him with the Deku stick. Alright. So now we got the treasure. It's pretty awesome. We're gonna get this item very early in the game. Of course, I guess it just comes down to the fact that there are only 4 temples. So now we have the Hero's Bow. So now we won't be relying on the bubbles. Well, we can just shoot with the arrows. Of course, the bubbles are always good just in case you run out of bubbles. I mean arrows. As you can see, the hair is glowing, so it means that there's a stray fairy. It's right there. And it'll come to me. Now let's get something over here. Gotta shoot that thing in the middle through the fire so it can activate. The water will purify, so it won't be poisonous anymore. And also those plants down there won't be able to hurt you either. But still, you gotta use your scrub to jump over the water, so still. Okay, so here we also have to shoot down a target through this fire. It's a little difficult. I stay as close to the center as possible so I don't have to spin much. Okay. Oh man. The aiming on this game is also a bit different, so I'm not really used to it. There we go. So now we use the Deku flower to fly over there to push down that switch. There we go. Try not to get too close to the fire, since Deku scrubs are very weak against fire. You'll be respawned as if you drown in the water. And that is a stray fairy. Let's go over there and get it. I think that's all the stray fairies we can get from this side of the dungeon, the temple. Basically now all we need is the boss key. Yep, no fairies here. Yeah, I gotta go back. I forgot about that little detail. All of the temples here will require you to have a boss key, such as it did on the Adult Life of Link in Ocarina. Here we're gonna shoot at that eye over there. Of course, it can only be activated with the arrows and not the bubbles. Okay. So now we're gonna be able to reach this room up here. And we're gonna enter a mini boss battle. So basically this guy's easy, but he can be somewhat tricky. Alright, so just a couple of bubbles. So now it's when it actually begins. You knocked out the turtle the same way you knocked out the turtles earlier. But now we have to switch into Link mode. Target the enemy and shoot him with an arrow. You gotta do it exactly when he stops, because while he's moving it's almost impossible to hit him. He kind of runs and stops, you know, like in between times. Like right now. There we go. And we just keep repeating the process till we beat it. There we go. Basically all boss keys require you to fight a mini-boss. There'll be different types of bosses in each temple. Okay. So here we have the door open. And also the key chest is different from the others. We're gonna have a couple of rubies. Of course, each time before I go back in time, I'll always go to the bank and deposit the money. So you do that as well, so you can get, so you can always have some money reserved for future stuff that we're gonna have to buy. Okay. So now we're basically done with this side of the temple, and we can move on to the next area. And I'm gonna keep falling in the water like this. Okay. So I got all the basic stuff out of the way. And I guess I'll leave the rest for the next episode. I'm gonna go through this door. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. And later.